All right, folks, I'm going to try to be fast here. I'm not going to ramble. I want to talk about plants. I'm going to talk about key plants, sweat DNA plants. You know what I'm getting at. Here's what I'm going to talk about today. The car key, the planted key. I'm going to show you pictures of it, how it looks brand new. I'm going to show you the evidence photos, and you tell me how in the world could this key fall out and over? I don't see how it's possible. I'm going to show you a document that shows the key, the buccal swab, and the SUV were all together at the same time. I'm also going to show you a document that shows Calumet County had a key made for that SUV, a spare key. But there's no documents that I can find, and in talking to people, they can't find a receipt or who had the key made or anything. There's just all of a sudden mention of a key that was made. But it does. We can't find out where, when, any of that stuff. So I'm going to show you all that stuff. But first, I want you to look at your own keys. Like this key. This is one of my keys here. If you look at the black part, you can see like there's scratches and there looks like grime of some sort. It's been used. You can see stuff on it. And then the metal part of the key. All right, right there. There for a second, you could see some little scratches, and there's just stuff on it. It's hard to see here. It's not really focusing very well. But if I look at this key right here, I can see like scratches from the tumblers, like when it goes into the thing, into the ignition. I can see little scratches on here. So look at your keys. See if your keys have something on them, or if they look brand new, like I'm going to show you in this picture of the evidence photo. So bear with me. I'm going to put all this stuff together, and what I'm going to show you is Calumet County had a key made for that vehicle. When? I don't know. I'm going to show also that the vehicle was locked when it was found. All the doors were locked. I'm going to show you Pam's testimony that shows that. That was on the 5th of November. The next morning, when I think Ronald Groffey went out to take pictures of it on the 6th at the crime lab, the driver's side door was unlocked. So sometime between that night when they took that SUV, or during the day, I think it was at night when they took the SUV off the salvage yard to the crime lab, before that guy showed up to take pictures, someone unlocked that SUV. How is that possible? If they didn't have a key, there's no records of them using a Slim Jim or anything to get into that vehicle. But when he got there, the door was unlocked. When Pam found it, all the doors were locked. They didn't have a key for that yet when he went there. So something doesn't make sense. So I think that's why everyone thinks that Saturday night is when stuff was planted in that vehicle, because someone unlocked the door. And they didn't note it. They didn't talk about it. And I think they forgot to lock the door back. So let me show you, first of all, let me show you the evidence key and where they found it. And you tell me if you think that key could have fell to the back and then out, if it had enough space to fall that far out from the cabinet. So I'll show you that real quick. Also, thanks to Tina Stewart and Elisa Apperson for some information they helped me with. Those two have a lot of knowledge of this case, so if you need to know something or where to find it, ask them too. What you're looking at here, on the left, I've inserted a side view of this nightstand. On the right is the evidence photo of the key. Now, if you look at the side, they said that they shook this thing real hard to see if there's anything lodged in behind the books. The remote's on top of it. There's a piece of paper on top of it. If you look at the side view, what would have had to happen is the key would have had to fall down and shot out sideways to fall where it landed. And if you look at the other evidence photos, which I'm not going to pull up, but if you look at the other evidence photos that shows the side view. Okay, I went ahead and grabbed it so you could see the side view, and if you look close, you can see the little split in the back of that, but it's not very big. And you can see where the key is laying by that shoe in the picture to the right. You see in that cabinet where it starts moving up. If you look on that side view where it starts moving up, you could see the key would have had to fall and move forward because it's past that opening on the bottom. So they put it there. There's no doubt in my mind they planted that key right okay, I want to show you something else. This is the part that shows the key, a key, the SUV, and Stephen Avery's buccal swab are all together. Now, you don't have to read all this. I'll highlight the stuff so you know what I'm talking about. This is November 11th. Okay, the vehicle was found November 5th. So this is 6 days after the fact, after it had been to the crime lab, because if you're paying attention earlier, the SUV was at the crime lab the morning of the 6th when the door was unlocked. So this is from the 11th. And I want to know, how did they unlock that driver's side door? There was no key for it. How did that get unlocked from when they took it to the crime lab? So Lucy Meyer probably has the answers to that question because she's the one that had the photographer come there and she told him he was one of the first ones to see it. Who else saw it? Who unlocked that door? So this guy that went to go pick up the SUV, Meyer gives him a key that was made by the Wisconsin State Crime Lab because the original key had not been located at the time they had received the vehicle, which would have been the morning of the 6th, which the day before, all of the doors were locked on that vehicle, according to Pam's testimony. Now, right here, you see that he was delivering an envelope addressed to the crime lab that had a buccal swab from Stephen Avery in it. So right there, you have the key, you have a buccal swab, and you have the SUV all together at the Wisconsin State Crime Lab. Now, we don't know how that door got unlocked. We don't know what happens with buccal swabs either at the crime lab. Do they get wiped on a key? Do they get wiped on a hood latch? The fact that I read this and saw all three items together at the same place, and Kathleen Zellner is wanting to test DNA evidence from these two locations to see if it came from saliva, which she insinuates it probably did come from saliva. When I read all this, I'm like, well, of course. She knows where it came from because everything was together right there in one place. So anyway, found it fascinating that all three items were together and that Kathleen Zellner had brought up the fact that she wanted to test these items to see what the source of DNA was, and that she insinuates that it came from saliva. So I think we're going to find out that it did come from saliva, and that document that I just showed you is probably the time that they did it, because all the things were together at that time. So perfect opportunity to do that. But I still wonder, they had that key made. We could not find anything, no receipts or anything to show when that key was made, where it was made, the date that key was made to get into the vehicle. However, when Pam found the vehicle, all of the doors were locked. She testified to that. And then this guy who came out to take pictures on that Sunday morning on his day off, when he got there, the driver's side door was unlocked. How did that door become unlocked? Yeah, that's I don't even know what to say because it's so obvious what happened that night. So thanks for watching. Click your subscribe button down at the bottom. My next video I'm going to be making about a different case. If you want, go look up on Facebook, Justice for Kent. And that's the next video I'm going to be making. So thanks for watching. I'm out.